They're playing your hits, we about to make our way in this. And let's see if it gimmick lasts till the next season. In a flash, take out, give me the next reason. Flip for my people's hair, spit for my people's hair. Yeah, time to get rich with my people's hair. Cut off a snake's head, then we break bread. Same team, no games. You on the ground trying to fake dead.
Let the games begin.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is welcome to the Panhandle State, Oklahoma, and home of the Oklahoma City Thunder. And, of course, Ramon Sessions. He's a guy that will be sorely missed.
Well, to say the deal changes the look and feel of this franchise is stating the obvious. I mean, they are a vastly different team than they were a few days ago. Obviously looking long-term rather than the short-term.
Exactly. I mean, trading away a player with his talents is clearly a big picture deal. I mean, you have to balance fit and talent as well as upside, and then to throw in the financial consideration. So this is more than just about the player.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. They've got Smith. Turner is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Chalmers, and it's Hayward in at the 3 spot. And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting. His rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams... wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
On defense, Indiana. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and causing a lot of turnovers, Greg, as you well know, means cashing in on those opportunities, which really can put a team in a bad way in a hurry.
And that one's good.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Randall a screen on Chalmers. Here's Big Daddy, and he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
Now Warren, after Gordon Hayward's three-pointer that didn't go. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got his first basket.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now, here's Chalmers. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Aldridge a screen. Hayward kicks to Aldridge. 4 on the shot clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. The shot by Turner no good.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Boy, he launched that one from way outside. 9 points for Big Daddy.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I was able to speak with Frank Vogel for a minute. I asked him if there was an X factor in this game, a player they couldn't forget about, and he said it would have to be Tristan Thompson, the power forward out of Texas. He said Thompson is still developing from a skill standpoint, but his motor is really off the charts. You always have to find him and get a body on him when the shot goes up because the guy never takes a play off. Guys, they've been forewarned. We'll see if they take it to heart.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Chalmers against Thompson. Aldridge with a screen on Thompson. Here's Chalmers. It's blocked. Here's Big Daddy, covered by Smith. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
It's been a solid outing for Big Daddy. He's already got 9 points, and he's blocked a shot today as well.
And he's clearly showing off his smarts in a few ways today. That block's just being one of them. Just a savvy basketball player.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Omer Asher, he's checked in for Turner. Villanueva comes in for Lamar. Marcus Aldridge. Thomas checked in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Mario Chalmers. Now, here's Thomas. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Screened by Villanueva. Smith the pass to Villanueva. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Here's Big Daddy. This game with 30 points. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Pacers making a change here. Chalmers is checked in. And so here is Oklahoma City, leading by 5. Pass to Splitter. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Splitter's got his first bucket of the night.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, the great field goal percentage to start exactly what they were hoping for.
Here's Dellavedova. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Mag dishes to Laverne. Here's Big Daddy. No good. So the Pacers will take it the other way. They're getting their first look at the Thunder in this one.
And both of these sides were fighting tooth and nail for a playoff spot and split their season series at 1 apiece.
And you have to think that they'll know just how much is at stake in these meetings.
Now here's Villanueva. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And how about the interior defense here early on? They have really shut down the middle.
And that's always your first priority defensively, Greg, and I think they're doing a nice job.
And Thomas, here we go. And Asha kicks to Dellavedova. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Matt. Thompson inside the line. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. And a fast break now for the Pacers. And it's Chalmers that time on the assist from Dellavedova.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Here's Laverne. Really struggled in the loss against New Orleans. Here's Big Daddy. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Chalmers passes to Villanueva. And it's blocked. Here's Big Daddy. And LaMarcus Aldridge, the franchise player on this team, without question. He talked about the responsibility that comes with that role.
In every aspect, it's a change for us, being more vocal, doing it on the court, trying to lead in practice. I think overall everything I do has to be better because guys are trying to follow me.
Greg, does that acceptance come with putting a whole lot more pressure on yourself? And if so, what does that do to LaMarcus Aldridge's game?
Kevin, that's what's going to be so interesting to find out. Some players, they really relish in that situation. They rise to that occasion. And others, I don't want to say they wilt under the pressure, but they're just not comfortable in that environment. And in the NBA, you get to do it on TV and in front of thousands in person.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blocker, and it does intimidate them.
On the court right now for the Pacers. Aldridge out there with Hayward. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Smith. And it's Turner in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Count that one.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And Gordon Hayward was involved in one of the more fascinating NBA draft stories. It started after his father confirmed that Gordon would submit his name to the draft, but would not immediately hire an agent.
Yeah, reportedly, Dad created a highly detailed 2-page questionnaire that he gave prospective agents, which is not something that's typical.
And so it's Indiana with it after Oklahoma City gets the three. Three-pointer, Dellavedova, and Splitter pulls it down.
They're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories. Rebounds just being one of them.
Here's Big Daddy, and a miss there on the triple.
And on the topic of Hayward hiring an agent, it was reported that the questionnaire was just the beginning and that prospective agents also went through quite a grilling. In addition to that, you talk about a thorough process.
Here's Laverne following the score by Indiana. Mack, no luck. Here's Smith. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
The Thunder leading by 7.
Back to Hayward. Obviously, his first NBA contract was subject to the rookie wage scale, but his second contract, 4-year max deal. So whatever the Haywards have done as far as agent vetting, it's paid off.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
And guys, Shelvin Mack, strong, good jump shot. More importantly, knows his role. Hasn't started that many games in his career, but maximizes his minutes when he's on the floor.
Now, here is Smith. He really played well in that last game against Charlotte.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Getting back to Shelvin Mack, he plays smart. Values the basketball. Clark doesn't have tremendous vision, but stays composed and makes the solid play.
Yeah, very reliable rotational player for you as a combo guard. Bulls his way around the court. He can knock opponents off balance with that size, and he's a good shot maker, too.
He was all alone on that one. Aldridge has got his second basket of the night.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Here's Big Daddy. He's got 21. And Aldridge comes over to help. Shot clock at 5. Turner against Splitter, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And a quick look now at the NBA scoring leaders. Look at Big Daddy leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
You know what, Kevin? Leading the league in scoring is no small feat. He's out there every night giving it his best, and the effort is definitely paying off.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Omer Ashe, he's checked in for Turner. Thomas comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Chalmers in for Matthew Dellavedova. Shot's good. 23 points for Big Daddy.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
The drive by Smith.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Now, here's Chalmers. Indiana moving the ball around. Here's Thomas. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Oklahoma City.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
The Pacers making a switch here. Villanueva's checked in. And both free throws good for Thomas.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here's Big Daddy. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Big Daddy's got 12 now in this quarter. Pacers trail by 9. Screen by Villanueva. Now, here's Chalmers. He's guarded closely. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Chalmers has got his second basket of the game.
The second he got around the pick and shoot. Man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Mack, the pass to Big Daddy. No good. Pacers have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Here's Thomas. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. And now it's only a 5-point Thunder lead.
They started the game off tortoise-like, but their offense coming to life.
Yeah, they've got a little bit more pep in their step as they start to put together some rhythm.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
And Chalmers kicks to Villanueva. That's good.
Well, they really started to come on here in the second.
Clark, it's about how much more focused they look offensively here. They're trying to make up some ground.
They grab their own miss. Soft touch off the glass. And that's now 27 points for Big Daddy.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer. Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
And the first half is...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Oklahoma City has the edge here at halftime. They've got the 7-point lead. Shaq, let's get your opinion on their game so far.
Well, the shots were dropping for them. I mean, they was just dropping out of everywhere, dropping out the ceiling, dropping out the popcorn guy.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway.
Now the third quarter about to get going. It's been a clinic out there by Big Daddy.
You know, we talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you what, they say he's not a playmaker, but he certainly has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
Hollis Thompson is out there with Laverne. Then it's Shelvin Mack. Then it's Splitter, and it's Big Daddy in at the 1. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. And he gets it to go.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Thompson comes with the double team. The shot by Hayward, wide open, misses the 3. The Thunder leading by 9. To the middle, it's stolen by Smith. The kick out to Aldridge. The Thunder pull it in. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And you don't have to go too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost that one. They just had an inability on that day to make shots.
You know, sometimes we talk about a defense getting into the heads of the opposing players, Greg, but that night they got up in their own head. Just got in their own way and couldn't get out of it.
Nice shot by Smith.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Here's Laverne. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Laverne's got the lead up to 11 now for Oklahoma City. For Indiana, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And the Pacers call time here. You look at Big Daddy, what a contribution.
I mean, he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Indiana.
Matthew Dellavedova.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. And it's Turner off the drive, and he gets it to go. Turner's got his second basket of the night.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And stolen by Chalmers. And here's the break. Here's Hayward. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. And it's 6 points for Gordon Hayward.
Outstanding pass in transition there for the easy deuce.
And one thing about Mario Chalmers last season, he really had to play a different role. And it took him some time, Greg, to get used to.
Yeah, anytime your team loses a superstar like LeBron James, other guys get asked to do a little bit more. Mario was asked to be more of an aggressive scorer, a role that isn't so easy to jump into after 6 years of being that 4th or 5th option in the offense.
Tries again, and it's good on the way in. Chalmers has got 6.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
You know, going back to Mario Chalmers last year, guys, I mean, having to take on more of a scoring role was tough for him. His field goal percentage dropped 50 points from the season before. His 3-point percentage dropped even more. His assist numbers were down. Well, I bet you part of that was the fact LeBron was no longer there.
And on the topic of Chalmers, you know, he's a complimentary player. He can D up, he can hit the open 3. He's been known to hit big shots, a solid finisher, and that is valuable. But when you ask him maybe to do a little too much, then you're not playing to his strengths.
Here's Big Daddy, defended by Chalmers, and it's sent back by Aldridge. Stolen. To the middle, here's Mack. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Mack's got his first 2 points.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Now here is Aldridge. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game.
Great awareness by Mario Chalmers on that feed.
The Big Daddy passes to Thompson. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. That one's rebounded by Dellavedova.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for him.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Hayward dishes to Turner. Takes a 3. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Ashik comes in for Turner. And Thomas subbed in for Mario Chalmers. Hayward. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
You know, there are those who wonder if Gordon Hayward can lead a team to the promised land. However, as just a sophomore, he led a non-powerhouse college to a championship game. So, in fact, they were just one basket away from winning it all.
Charlie Villanueva's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Thomas is running. And Villanueva kicks to Dellavedova. And stolen by Splitter. An even 3-on-3 break. From past the arc. No good. And Indiana will go the other way with it. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando, and they'll take on the Magic. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Big Daddy. He's 35. They set the screen. And a miss there on the triple.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
And so here is Oklahoma City. The Pacers.
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But